Sometimes it isn't that your desire is too big. It's that the way you've been speaking to life has been whispering fear while your heart is trying to sing. And I want you to feel that gently, not as a criticism, but as a kindness, because so many of us were never taught how to speak to life in a way that supports us. We were taught how to worry. We were taught how to brace. We were taught how to expect disappointment so we wouldn't be hurt. And darling, you do not have to live that way anymore. You see, your words are not just sounds. You are giving your mind a direction and your body a feeling to live inside. Your voice is like a home your thoughts move into, and when your words are harsh, doubtful, impatient, or pleading, your thoughts live in a cramped little room with no windows. But when your words are loving and clear, your thoughts live in a bright space where possibility can breathe. So today, we are going to practice something very simple and very powerful. We are going to learn how to speak your desires in a way that your whole being can receive, not just your mind, but your heart. Not just your heart, but your body. Not just your body, but your daily choices. Because manifestation is not a performance. It is not a trick. It is not about forcing. It is about alignment. It is about ending the inner argument. Let's begin with a simple truth. You can say you want something and still be holding a deep belief that you don't deserve it. And that belief, it is not your fault. Many people learned it very early. Perhaps you grew up hearing that wanting was selfish. Or you watched adults struggle and you thought, I shouldn't ask for more. Or you tried once and were told you were unrealistic. Or you wanted something with your whole heart and it didn't happen. And you decided it was safer to stop hoping. I understand. I have seen so many people do this. Intelligent, kind, hard-working people who are secretly afraid to want. So if you feel a little tightness in your chest, even hearing the word desire, I want you to be gentle with yourself. There is nothing wrong with you. Your system is simply protecting you the way it learned to. Now, put one hand on your heart if that feels comfortable, and just take a breath. Notice the feeling under your words, not the words themselves, but the feeling underneath. Because words are like water. The water can be clean and nourishing, or it can be heavy with worry. And the seed you're trying to grow, your desire, responds to that water. A desire is not an emergency. A desire is a direction. A desire is life moving through you, saying, more is possible. Life loves you. I know this to be true. And when life loves you, it does not tease you with longings just to punish you. Those longings are often invitations. They are openings. They are your inner wisdom calling you forward. Now I want you to notice the hidden habit that cancels so many desires, the little but that sneaks in right after hope. You might say, I want a new job, but the economy is bad. I want a loving relationship, but people always leave. I want more money, but I'm not good with money. I want to heal, but my body has betrayed me. I want to move forward, but I'm too old. I want to create, but I'm not talented. Do you see how that works? The heart reaches, and then the mind yanks it back. And I want you to understand something. The mind is not evil. The mind is trained. The mind repeats what it has learned. The mind is like a little tape recorder that picked up words from your childhood, from society, from past disappointments, and it plays them when you try to grow. So we are not going to fight the mind. We are going to re-educate it. This is only a thought, and a thought can be changed. And you do not have to change every thought at once. You do not have to be perfect. You do not have to get it right. You simply begin. You begin with love. Now there is a way to speak your desire that feels like love, not like begging, and it begins with the present moment. Begging energy sounds like this. Please, 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 I need this. I can't be okay without it. I'll be happy when it arrives. And you may have spoken like that. Many people do, not because they are weak, but because they are hurting. Yet the body hears those words and thinks, we are not safe until this happens. And when the body is not safe, it tightens, it braces, it scans for danger. It doesn't open to receive. Love energy sounds like this. I am willing to receive. I deserve good things. I am open to the best outcome. I trust life to support me. And notice, that kind of language is not about demanding a specific timeline. It is not forcing. It is a calm direction. So let's talk about 3 ways we often speak that quietly blocks what we want, and then we will gently transform them into language that supports you. The first is speaking from lack. Lack language says, I don't have, I can't, it never works, I'm always behind, I'm not enough. And when you repeat lack, you are teaching your nervous system to live in shortage. Your body begins to feel like it is always chasing, always missing, always not quite there. You see, the universe, life, responds not just to what you say you want, but to what you expect and what you embody. When your words are soaked in not enough, you tend to notice evidence for not enough. You miss opportunities because you're watching for disappointment. So instead of lack language, we practice willingness language. Willingness language says, I am willing to see new possibilities. I am willing to receive support. I am willing to learn a new way. I am willing to be surprised. Do you feel how gentle that is? You don't have to force belief. You simply open a door. The second way we block is speaking from urgency. Urgency language says, it has to happen now. I'm running out of time. If it doesn't come soon, it won't come. I'm panicking. And sometimes we feel urgency because we have pain, or bills, or loneliness, or fear. I understand, and I am not here to shame you for that. But urgency is like grabbing the soil and shaking the seed because you want it to grow faster. It doesn't help the seed, it frightens the gardener. So instead of urgency language, we practice safety language. Safety language says, I am safe in this moment, I can take the next step. Life supports me one day at a time. All is well in my world. You see, when your body feels safe, you can hear your intuition. When your body feels safe, you can make better choices. When your body feels safe, you can receive. The third way we block is speaking from self-doubt. Self-doubt language says, who am I to want that? I don't have what it takes. I always mess up. I'm not the kind of person who gets that. And this one often goes back very far. It can be the voice of a parent who didn't know how to encourage. It can be the voice of a teacher who embarrassed you. It can be the voice of a past partner who made you feel small. It can even be the voice of society telling you to stay in your place. But that voice is not the truth of you. It is learned. So instead of self-doubt language, we practice worthiness language. Worthiness language says, I deserve good things. I am enough. I am learning. I am supported. I am open to success. Now, I want you to hear something very important. Worthiness is not something you earn. Worthiness is something you recognize. You were worthy the day you were born. You were worthy on your hardest day. You were worthy before you accomplished anything. You are worthy now. And your desire does not require you to be perfect. It requires you to be willing. Now, let's imagine your desire as a seed. The seed already contains the blueprint. It already knows how to become what it is meant to become. It does not scream at the soil. It does not compare itself to other seeds. It does not dig itself up every morning to check its progress. It rests, it receives, it grows, and your words are the water. Your daily thoughts are the sunlight. Your choices are the soil conditions. And your self-love Your self-love is the gardener. So what does the gardener do? The gardener does not panic when it rains. The gardener does not despair when it is cloudy. The gardener does not say, "This seed is stupid." The gardener shows up. The gardener tends. The gardener trusts the process. And that is what we are practicing. Not magical thinking, but loving consistency. Now, I want to show you something that can change everything about the way you speak your desires. Most people think manifestation is about saying the right words, but it is not only the words, it is the feeling behind them. If you say, "I am abundant," but your body is clenched and your mind is shouting, that's not true, your system is in conflict. So we do something softer. We speak in a way your body can believe. We use what I call bridging phrases. Bridging phrases are gentle truths that help you move from where you are to where you want to be without forcing your mind to leap. For example, if "I am wealthy" feels too far, you can say, "I am open to increasing my income. I am learning to receive more. I deserve to be supported. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. I am willing to see opportunities." If "I am in a loving relationship" feels painful because you're lonely, you can say, "I am open to love. I am becoming the kind of person who receives love easily. I treat myself with love and I attract love. I am learning that it is safe to be seen. I am worthy of a healthy, kind relationship." Do you see? You are not lying. You are opening. And when you open, life has room to move. Now, let's do a little practice together. Take a breath and let your shoulders soften. Bring to mind one desire, just one, something your heart wants. It could be small or large. It could be practical or emotional. It could be a new job, more peace, healing, a move, a creative project, a relationship, a sense of purpose. And notice what happens in your body when you think of it. Do you feel excitement, tightness, doubt, hope, fear, numbness? Whatever you feel, it's okay. There is room for that here. Now I want you to ask yourself a gentle question. What am I afraid would happen if I actually received this? Sometimes the fear is, I might lose it. Sometimes the fear is, people will judge me. Sometimes the fear is, I'll have to change. Sometimes the fear is, I'll disappoint myself again. Sometimes the fear is, I won't know who I am. These fears are not proof you can't have your desire. They are simply places that want love. So we bring love. Now softly, let's practice speaking to life in a way that your whole being can believe. You can say these quietly out loud or inside your mind, and if some of them feel tender, that's all right. You can take your time. In the infinity of life where I am safe. In the infinity of life where I am willing to grow. In the infinity of life where I deserve good things. I am open to the good that life has for me. I am willing to receive support in unexpected ways. I choose thoughts that nourish me. I speak to myself with kindness. I allow my desires to be real. Life loves you. Yes, life loves you. Now, I want you to take your desire and speak it in a new way. Instead of "I want," sometimes it helps to say, I choose to experience, I choose to allow, I choose to create, or you can say, I am in the process of creating a life that supports me. I am in the process of welcoming love. I am in the process of healing. I am in the process of receiving more. And if your mind tries to argue, if it says, no, you're not, you can respond gently. Thank you for trying to protect me, and I am choosing a new thought now. Because the point of power is always in the present moment. Now I want to give you a very simple method you can use every day. It is small, but it is powerful. It is called desire plus safety. You speak your desire, and then you immediately soothe the body with safety and worthiness. For example, I am open to a fulfilling job, and I am safe as I grow. I welcome more money, and I deserve to be supported. I allow love into my life, and it is safe for me to be seen. I choose healing, and I am patient with my body. I am ready for a new chapter, and life supports me. Do you feel how that works? You are not leaving your nervous system behind. You are bringing it with you. So often people try to manifest with their minds while their bodies are terrified, and then they wonder why they feel exhausted. Your body wants to know, is it safe? So we speak safety. Now, I want to tell you a little story. There was a woman who wanted to start her own business. She had the idea for years, but every time she tried to move forward, she would say things like, it's too risky. I'm not good at money. Other people are better. What if I fail? And she would call it being realistic. But underneath, she was protecting a little girl inside who once tried something and was laughed at. That little girl decided, it's safer not to try. So we didn't push her to be fearless. We didn't tell her to pretend she had no doubt. We gave her a new way to speak. Every morning she looked in the mirror and said, I am willing to succeed. I am willing to learn. I am safe to be seen. Life supports me. At first, she cried, that's how you know you're touching something real. And then, little by little, her language changed. She stopped saying, I can't, and started saying, I'm learning. She stopped saying, it's too risky, and started saying, I can take one step. She stopped saying, I'm not good enough, and started saying, I deserve a chance. And you know what happened? She began to notice opportunities. She met people. She took classes. She set boundaries. She asked for help. She began to act like someone who believed she deserved support. That is manifestation. It is not magic in the sky. It is the inner shift that changes what you do, what you tolerate, what you notice, what you allow. Your words lead you there. Now, I want to bring this even closer to your daily life because you don't have to sit on a cushion to practice this. You can practice it while making tea, while washing your hands, while walking to your car, while scrolling on your phone. Every time you catch yourself speaking against your desire, you pause. You might hear yourself say, I'll never get ahead. And then you say gently, this is only a thought, and a thought can be changed. I am willing to learn a new way. I am open to progress. You might hear yourself say, no one ever helps me. And then you say, I am open to receiving support. I allow people to show up for me. I deserve help. You might hear yourself say, my body is failing me. And then you say, I listen to my body with love. I choose thoughts that support healing. I am patient and kind with myself. Do you see? We are not denying reality. We are choosing a new relationship with reality because you can acknowledge what is without using it as a prison. Now, let's talk about something many people don't want to admit. Sometimes we speak our desire in a way that contains a punishment. We say, I want this because then I'll finally be good enough. Or, I want this because then I'll prove them wrong. Or, I want this because then I won't feel ashamed anymore. And those desires, they have weight. There's nothing wrong with wanting to feel proud. There's nothing wrong with wanting relief. But when your desire is tied to self-judgment, it can feel heavy and anxious. So we shift the reason. We let desire come from love. We say, I welcome this because it supports my joy. I welcome this because it nourishes my life. I welcome this because it feels aligned with who I am. I welcome this because I deserve to thrive. And you may notice your body soften. That softness is important. Softness is receptivity. Now, here is another little secret. The way you speak your desire should make you feel more alive, not more tense. If you speak a desire and you feel like you're trying to convince someone, if you feel like you're pressing, then it's not aligned. Aligned desire feels like a warm yes inside your body. It feels like, this is for me. And if you don't feel that yes yet, you don't force it. You practice a bridge. You begin where you are. You say, I am willing to believe I can have good things. Willingness is powerful. Now, let's do some mirror work in your imagination. Even if you are not near a mirror right now, you can picture it. Imagine you are looking into your own eyes, not judging, not analyzing, just seeing, and you say softly, I am here for you. I am listening. I am willing to give you what you need. You deserve good things. It is safe to want. It is safe to receive. Life loves you. If that feels emotional, let it be emotional. That is the heart opening. Now I want to share another metaphor with you. Imagine you are tuning a radio. Your desire is like a station. The station is already broadcasting. But if you are tuned to a frequency of worry, you will hear static. You will hear not possible, not for you, too late, too hard. When you tune the dial with your words, your thoughts, you begin to hear the clearer signal. You begin to hear guidance. You begin to hear ideas. You begin to hear, try this, call that person, apply, rest, ask, create, trust. And sometimes the guidance is not dramatic. Sometimes it's a simple nudge. Go for a walk, drink water, clean your space, send the email, say no, say yes. These little actions are part of manifestation. They are life meeting you. Now, some people say, I tried affirmations and nothing happened. And I want to speak to that with compassion. Many people try affirmations like they are medicine they swallow once, or they try them with a clenched jaw, or they repeat them while continuing to speak against themselves all day long. Affirmations are not magic words that override your life. They are new choices. They are new instructions. They are a new relationship with yourself. And they work best when they are consistent and when they are kind. So if you are going to speak your desires, speak them like a loving friend, not like a drill sergeant. Speak them like you are tending a seed, not like you are demanding a miracle. And be patient with yourself. You have had years of old language. You are learning new language. It takes practice. Now I want to address something else. Sometimes we say, I want this, but we have not made space for it. You might want a relationship, but your schedule and your heart are packed with old pain. You might want abundance, but your mind is full of guilt. You might want a new job, but your home and your habits are set up for exhaustion. So part of speaking your desire is also asking, what would make room for this to enter? And the answers can be gentle. Maybe you make room by clearing a drawer, by finishing a lingering task, by saying no to something draining, by going to bed earlier, by forgiving someone, by forgiving yourself. You see, your outer life often reflects your inner life. When you create space, you are saying, I am ready. Now, let's do a deeper reframe. Many people think manifestation is getting something outside of you, but often it is revealing what is already inside of you. The desire for a loving relationship is often a desire to experience love, and you can begin to experience love now by loving yourself. The desire for abundance is often a desire to feel supported, and you can begin to feel supported now by speaking support to yourself. The desire for health is often a desire to feel safe in your body, and you can begin that safety now by listening and being gentle. This does not mean you don't get the external thing. It means you stop postponing your wholeness. Because when you postpone your wholeness, you speak from need. When you claim your wholeness, you speak from power. And the point of power is always in the present moment. Now, I want to guide you through a longer affirmation sequence. You can repeat after me, or just let the words wash over you. And remember, if one phrase feels too strong, you can soften it with I am willing. Take a breath. I am willing to speak to life with love. I am willing to trust the timing of my life. I am willing to release the habit of worry. I am willing to stop arguing with my good. I deserve good things. I deserve love. I deserve support. I deserve joy. I deserve to thrive, and I am open to receiving. I am open to opportunities. I am open to new ideas. I am open to helpful people. I am open to positive change. Life loves me. Life supports me. Life guides me. Life is on my side. All is well in my world. All is well in my world. All is well in my world. Now, notice how that feels. Maybe you feel calm. Maybe you feel resistant. Maybe you feel emotional. Whatever is there is welcome. Resistance is not failure. Resistance is information. Resistance often says, this is new, or this feels unsafe, or I'm afraid to hope. So if you feel resistance, you can say, I am willing to feel safe with good. I am willing to let life be easier. I am willing to believe I matter. Now, let's take your desire again. Speak it softly in a way that includes safety. If you want abundance, you might say, I welcome more money into my life, and I am safe as I receive. I deserve to be supported, and I trust myself to manage well. I am open to new income, and I allow it to come in loving ways. If you want love, you might say, I am open to a healthy, loving relationship, and it is safe to be close. I attract kind people, and I trust my inner wisdom. I am loved, and I am learning to receive love. If you want healing, you might say, I listen to my body with love, and I support my healing. I am patient with my process, and I trust my body's wisdom. I am safe in my body, and life supports my well-being. If you want a new beginning, you might say, I welcome a fresh start, and I am safe to change. I release the past with love, and I open to the future. I trust the next step, and I take it gently. Now I want to share a second story. There was a man who wanted to find his purpose. He felt lost. He kept saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm behind. Everyone else has it figured out. And those words made him feel heavy. They made him stop trying. They made him numb. So we changed his language. Every day he said, I am guided. I am open to clarity. I trust my inner wisdom. Life shows me the next step. At first, nothing looked different. But inside, he started to relax. And when he relaxed, he began to notice what he enjoyed. He began to notice what energized him. He began to notice what felt meaningful. And then one day, he took a class. Not because he was sure, but because he was curious. Then he met someone who offered him an opportunity, not because it was meant to be in a dramatic way, but because he was now tuned to a different frequency. He was now open. Your words don't just attract outcomes. Your words shape your attention. Your words shape your behavior. Your words shape what you allow. This is why it works. Now, you may be thinking, but what if I speak beautifully and still it doesn't happen? And I want to honor that fear. Sometimes life has timing. Sometimes there is learning. Sometimes there is redirection. And sometimes you are being guided towards something even better than the exact picture you held. So we speak our desires with love, and we also speak our trust. We say, this or something better. I trust life's wisdom. I am guided to what is for my highest good. I am safe even when I don't know the how. When you add trust, you remove strain, and strain is what exhausts people. Now, let's talk about something practical that can transform your day immediately. Listen to the way you speak in ordinary moments. When you misplace something, do you say, "I'm so stupid"? When you make a small mistake, do you say, "I always mess up"? When you're running late, do you say, "Nothing ever goes right"? Those little phrases are seeds, too. They plant a world. So we change them, not with force, with love. When you misplace something, you say, "It's okay, I can find it." When you make a mistake, you say, "I'm learning, I'm growing." When things feel chaotic, you say, "I can handle this, life supports me." You see, manifestation is not only about the big desire, it is about the daily atmosphere you live in. Your words create the atmosphere, and you deserve an atmosphere of kindness. Now, I want you to notice something else. Sometimes people speak their desires as if they are far away. "I hope someday," maybe one day, "if I'm lucky." And there is nothing wrong with hope. Hope is beautiful, but if it always stays in someday, it never arrives in now. So we bring it closer. We say, "I allow the beginnings of this now. I welcome signs of this now. I take one step toward this now. I am open now." Even if the full manifestation takes time, you can welcome the movement now. You can welcome the shift now, because the point of power is always in the present moment. Now, I want to teach you a little phrase that can soften so much struggle. Instead of asking, "Why isn't it here?" ask, "What can I enjoy while it's on its way?" This is not denial. This is nourishment. If you're calling in love, you can enjoy connection with friends, kindness from strangers, your own gentle self-care. If you're calling in abundance, you can enjoy simple pleasures, gratitude, creative ideas, moments of generosity. If you're calling in healing, you can enjoy small improvements, restful breaths, supportive routines, loving choices. When you enjoy life now, you are speaking to life. I am available for good. Now, let's do a short sequence that you can use as a daily ritual. It only takes a minute. You can do it in the morning, or before bed, or whenever you feel yourself spiraling. Take a breath, place a hand on your heart if you like, and say, "I am safe in this moment. I choose loving thoughts. I am open to good. I speak my desires with clarity and kindness. I deserve to receive. Life loves me." Now speak your desire in one sentence. Simple, clear, loving. For example, "I welcome fulfilling work that supports me. I allow loving relationships to enter my life. I open to abundance in healthy ways. I choose peace and emotional freedom. I welcome creative success and joyful expression. I support my body's healing." And then add your safety sentence. "And I am safe as I receive. And I trust the timing of my life. And all is well in my world." That's it. That is enough. Do you see how we are not exhausting ourselves? We are not begging. We are not pleading. We are not trying to control every detail. We are setting a direction and relaxing into trust. Now, I want to talk about the moment when doubt returns, because it will. Doubt returning does not mean you failed. It means you are human. Old thoughts don't disappear overnight. They visit. And when doubt visits, you do not invite it to move in. You simply greet it and let it pass. You say, hello, doubt, I see you. This is only a thought. I choose a new thought. I return to love." And then you speak again, softly. "I am open to good. I am guided. I am supported. I deserve this." Now, there is one more thing I want to tell you, and it is very tender. Sometimes people are afraid that if they speak their desires, they will be disappointed, so they keep their desires small. They keep them hidden. but your heart was made to desire. Your heart was made to expand, and it is safe to want. Even if you have been hurt before, it is safe to want again, because wanting is not the same as clinging. Wanting is not the same as needing. Wanting is a natural movement of life. So we hold desire like a bird in our hands, not squeezing, not letting it go, just holding it gently. We say, I welcome this, and I trust life. Now I want you to imagine your future self, not as a fantasy, but as a feeling. Imagine the version of you who speaks kindly, the version of you who trusts, the version of you who receives. How does that you stand? How do they breathe? How do they speak? Maybe they speak more slowly. Maybe they don't rush to apologize. Maybe they don't rush to explain. Maybe they don't diminish their dreams. You can begin to be that you today with your words, because your words are choices. Your words are power. Your words are love when you use them that way. Now take one more breath with me, and let's seal this practice gently. In the infinity of life where I am, all is well. I am exactly where I need to be in this moment. I am open to the unfolding of my good. I speak my desires with clarity and compassion. I allow life to support me. I deserve good things. Life loves you. And as you go back into your day, I want you to remember this. The point of power is always in the present moment, and you are learning to use it lovingly. When you catch yourself speaking fear, you can pause and choose again. When you catch yourself shrinking, you can soften and expand again. When you catch yourself doubting, you can place a hand on your heart and remind yourself, I am safe. Your desire is not a burden, it is a light. Let it guide you gently. And know that you can return to these words anytime. You can return to yourself anytime. All is well in your world, and life is bringing you exactly what you need, step by step, breath by breath, in perfect timing.